Utro, of course. We're in lovely Plovdiv here, and yeah, today, finals day, so many exciting races. We've seen the B finals this morning, and the weather absolutely stunning. I mean, we have clear skies. It's 29 degrees at the moment. We have a bit of a tailwind.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the finals to see some quick times, I think. Yeah, the grandstand already packed, completely filled with friends, family, parents, but also crew members from the other crews who raced here. So great to see all the athletes here supporting their teammates. Yeah, looking forward to this already the final day of racing here in Plovdiv.
Already the final day. That was a quick look, previewing what we can look forward to this morning. If you're with us in local time, these are the local Plovdiv Bulgarian times. So yeah, the timetable, quads, doubles, of course the eights, singles, loads to look forward to with our program concluding just past 12:30 local time. As we mentioned, well, the first medals were awarded yesterday. And we'll look forward to more medals to come as we await the start of the lightweight women's single sculls. We had fantastic semi-finals, Tim, yesterday.
Oh.
Such tight racing, yeah?
Yeah, there was one of the most exciting semi-finals I've seen for a long while. I mean, we had such close racing yesterday. I mean, so many athletes on such a high level, and really tight at the front. So it was heartbreak for some of the crews being relegated to the B final, but here we have a list of our 8 finalists of this under 23 lightweight women's single sculls. The A final, we have Marion Heiniger from Switzerland racing from lane number 1. Carissa Riley from Canada representing that lovely maple leaf there on the oars. Grace Cypher from Australia, of course, she's already been in an A final last year, but she's back again and going for that gold, I think. Right beside her we have Ilaria Corazza from Italy, also a row with plenty of experience. We'll talk about her any moment. And then Elis Özbay, of course, silver medalist from last year, one of the favorites for a gold medal, I think, and closest to the camera position. We have Amanda Gil Camacho from Spain as we look at the Swiss athlete here. Looking a bit tense. I think this is, of course, where it all comes together. A year's worth of training comes together here in this moment. The coming 7.5 minutes will decide how it's all going to unfold in your season, and the final season of the final race of this season. You're gonna be a bit tense, and as we see Grace Cypher here in one of those center lanes.
Yeah, Grace Cypher with the yellow unisuit of Australia, and then over to Ilaria Corazza of Italy. She took gold in the lightweight women's quad last year at the Senior World Championship, so immense pedigree. And yeah, Elis Özbay, as mentioned, another one to keep a really close eye on.
Yeah, she'll try and establish an early lead as she did yesterday in the semi-final. As we look at the Spanish Amanda Gil Camacho there, she looks ready. I think she's a bit of puff of the cheek. Last final few breaths as they ready themselves for that first stroke, that all-important first stroke, where you can release all the energy that's now boiling inside you. The nerves will be in there, but through and a bit of sizing up the competition. So plenty of to do for these athletes, because we have a bit of a breeze, but you want your single scull to be pointing absolutely dead straight to the finish line to make sure you get off right. As we see the bow of Elis Özbay's single scull here. And what's going through the minds of these athletes now?
Yeah, you know, it's an incredible moment, I think, up at the start, and folks who have rowed certainly know this. It's oftentimes absolutely silent until they're under starters' orders, and of course that's the opposite feeling at the grandstand. So we'll just listen in.
Yes, and off the green light, we heard the buzzer there, and a quick start, a very quick start, I think, from Ilaria Corazza from Italy, the world champion in the quad, as we ride with her. High rate of striking, of course, 47 strokes a minute from the Italian athlete there. Going with her, we see Elis Özbay now on screen. Furious rating from her to 45 strokes a minute as she moves out, and then we have Carissa Riley here in full view. Good start, I think, all across the board.
Yeah, nice start from all of these. Tim, as you mentioned, Elis Özbay with a fast start yesterday. She led all the way down the course until the final 500 meters when in her semi-final when she was overhauled by the Italian Ilaria Corazza. So I think you're right. Her strategy may well be to do that again, but perhaps we'll see a different strategy in the final 5. Still early goings. It is Özbay leading up at the top of the field, just over Canada. Italy running right with them as well.
Yes, as we look to Corazza of Italy here, and the umpire following this race to make sure all the athletes stay in their lanes. I don't think he's going to have a hard job today in this A final with all these athletes right on top of their game. But as we get the side shot here, Elis Özbay from Turkey, she's moved out, I think, about half a length over Carissa Riley from Canada, the Calgary Rowing Club athlete. She is moving into that silver medal position, and look at the center lanes. We would have expected Grace Cypher from Australia and Ilaria Corazza from Italy to be right up here, but a fast, furious start from Özbay from Turkey.
Closing through the first quarter, it is Özbay first to cross over with a bit of a margin over the rest of the field, nearly 2 seconds on the Canadian, 2.5 seconds over the Italian. Her job, of course, will be to hold this pace through the second quarter. 36, the quickest moving boat on the course, but I think Grace Cypher, Tim, might have a little bit of a different race strategy, or maybe not the best 500, I don't know, but she seems to be increasing speed. Still off of Turkey, it's Turkey, Italy, and then Canada, back to Australia, but I think we have more to see from Grace Cypher.
Yeah, the Sydney Rowing Club athletes here, you could just see the bow ball of the number 3 there, but she has a lot of work to do. She's 21 meters behind Elis Özbay here, full view with about number 5. As we see on the left-hand side of the screen, the pack closing up behind Elis Özbay, but the Turkish athlete, she's done so well in this first 750 to establish clear water lead over Canada and Italy in silver and bronze medal position.
Riding now with Corazza of Italy. She knows the job that she needs to do. Again, immense pedigree from this Italian athlete. She's a real talent for the Italian team who's had such a fantastic regatta. She's still got a bit of work to do, though, to catch up to Özbay from Turkey in this A final. The Canadian running nearly level with the Italian, and then it's back to the Aussie.
Yeah, this image perhaps a bit deceptive, because Marion Heiniger from Switzerland, from Club Biel, she is close. Well, she seems close behind Canada, but she's actually clear water back. As the camera pans out, we see the bridge, which marks halfway through the course, and here we ride with Elis Özbay again, past 1,000. Halfway through the course, and it's still clear water for her, with Ilaria Corazza from Italy, I think, moving into that silver medal position.
Oh, Corazza, we saw her with that big last 500 in the semi-final. We're now in the third quarter as she starts to set herself up, and we'll see if she can track down Turkey Elis Özbay. But it's going to take quite a lot of work, I think.
Yes, she has a lot of work to do, but we had the picture of Özbay, and she's really gritting her teeth already. I think she went out hard and tried to dominate this race, but the second half of this race is still to row, and as you can see, almost 800 meters before she's at the line. But well, she's doing well so far, I think, maintaining a nice rhythm here, 35 strokes a minute, and looking at the speed of her boat, she's really impressive as Grace Cypher now moves into a bronze medal position, I think, over Carissa Riley from Canada.
Grace Cypher with that move in the third quarter to start to jockey herself onto the podium. A bit of a push through that halfway point. It's taken the Canadian off of the podium for now, though they're nearly running level. That's Carissa Riley of Canada. And then looking at the blades then in the bottom right of the Spanish sculler Gil Camacho. And back with Italy. Oh, wow, I'm really impressed with Elis Özbay holding that margin up at the top and still building.
Yeah, impressive stuff from last year's silver medalist in this event, and she's gone out with a clear intent to get one better this year, and she's doing fantastic so far. We can see her here with the bow number 5 slicing through the water, slicing through that third quarter already at 1,500. and she's still able to maintain that clear water lead. This is a very good position for her to be in with 500 meters to go.
That's fantastic, isn't it? Özbay first across into the final quarter of the race. The race for silver heats up just behind her. We see these times roll in at the 1500 down, ever so close. Anyone's race, I think, for that silver medal barring any upsets for Turkey. But it's looking good, I think, for the Italians to take it.
Yeah, it's Italy now, Corazza in silver medal position, but it's not by much. It's less than half a boat length ahead of Canada now in bronze medal position. Carissa Riley with the maple leaf on her blade. She is a couple of meters, only 4 meters separating her and the silver medal. Out in front though, we see her here on the big screen. It is still Özbay, and I think she's even increasing her lead. I was wrong to doubt her for that second and a half at the start of this race, because she's really consistent in her race plan, and she comes into the Red Bull area now, 250 meters to go, and if she keeps this up, she'll be the world champion in 200 meters time.
Silver last year on the podium in this very event, and Özbay now on her way to capture the gold medal. The Italian challenging her, but there's just too big of a margin, I'm afraid, as they roll into the final couple of 100 meters. The Italian making a move, Ilaria Carazo moving.
Yeah, it is Italy now moving into silver medal position, but look at the bow number 2, Carissa Riley from Canada now, putting some distance in Grace Cypher from Australia to get herself into bronze medal position. But the race out in front, and boy does she get a lot of support from the grandstand area. Elis Özbay of Turkey dominated this from start to finish. She's almost there, but look at Italy coming.
Oh, look out for Italy. Özbay holds what could be the gold medal. Italy on the charge. Corazza, we know she has an amazing final 500 meters. It will be Turkey over Italia as they come through these final closing stages. The bronze looking so good for Canada. Carissa Riley, absolutely fantastic, and a big pump into the air with the Aussie just behind for fourth.
Oh, the line came just in time for Elis Özbay, because she was really struggling in the last 50 meters or so, but she's done it. She's won the gold, the under 23 lightweight women's single scull world champion, Elis Özbay from Turkey.
Oh, well done. That late charge from Corazza, but Özbay made sure that she had the margin she needed.
Yeah, she made sure of that in the first quarter, and then she kept on extending her lead. And for a moment there, I thought she wasn't able to keep that high pace up, but she did fantastic. Only struggling in the last 50 meters or so, but she had done enough by that stage. Well done.
Well done. Elis Özbay catching her breath. Legs in the water. We'll see that so much today because it is quite warm here in Plovdiv with Ilaria Carazo.
Yeah, just to confirm her that Italy took the silver medal there, and Canada, we see her in on the picture now on the screen. Carissa Riley taking that bronze medal. We move now to the victory ceremony of the under 23 lightweight women's single sculls.
Of the bronze medal for Canada, Carissa Riley, with the medals presented by Algirdas Raslanas from World Rowing and Ivan Popov from the organizing committee here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria.
Yeah, and a great improvement on last year, because she was 16th overall last year, and now she's on the podium. So well done, Carissa Riley.
And Ilaria Carazo from Italy. She's probably a bit more comfortable in this heat.
I think she is, yes. And great to see her collect another medal after the gold in the lightweight women's court last year. And here she is.
Representing Turkey, Elis Özbay.
Yes.
Oh, what a moment.
Yeah, did you see the tattoo of the single on her left
oh,
bicep?
Well spotted.
she really lives and breathes rowing, and look at how emotional she is. I think she's really fighting back the tears.
And the national anthem, Turkey. Well done, Elis Özbay of Turkey, the world champion in the under-23 lightweight women's